The question is if the field is there. If the field is really there, and if the indigenous people know it, and if the ancient people know it, why don't we know it? What happened to our knowledge? Well, this is a very good question. And the answer is this. In our Western tradition, and when I say Western, I'm assuming that we are of the Judeo-Christian tradition, is what I'm talking about here. There was a time when this field and the language of emotion was part of our tradition. It was in our texts. Until the 4th century, the year 325 AD. In the year 325, something happened. Our texts were edited, and we lost tremendous amounts of information. The Emperor Constantine, in the early Christian church, with the early Christian Bible, had to make decisions. What information do we include? What information do we exclude? And what we know now is that at least 45 books were either completely taken away or tremendously edited into what we call today our Western biblical tradition. And when those edits were made, we lost the information that tells us everything is connected. We lost the information that tells us the language that speaks to this field. We know the information was lost because we are now recovering the information in the Dead Sea Scrolls, in the Nag Hammadi Library, in the Coptic texts. This is how we know this information was lost. There are many places in this program where the entire day could be one topic, and this is one of those places. Because we could do an entire workshop on the information that was lost. And we won't today. But I wanted you to see an example of the books that were taken out of our text. This is some of the examples of the books. How many have heard of the missing years of Jesus? Have you ever heard of the missing years of Jesus? See in the back? The 18 missing years? Why are they missing? Why are they missing? In these books, there is not only a book, the infancy of Jesus, there is the infancy of Jesus, book 1. The infancy of Jesus, book 2, that tells about his childhood and tells about his learning of the power in his body to heal and to change his world. Why don't we see more women in the Bible? Ladies, have you wondered why there are not more women who have written in the Bible? Do you wonder that? We know that women lived a long time ago. Women were there. That's a promise, I guarantee. One of the reasons is because when the women would write, the male-dominated church would take those books out. There's a very powerful book that was written by a Gnostic woman. And even the title of the book is so powerful. Listen to the title. The title of the book is called Thunder, Perfect Mind. Thunder, Perfect Mind. Isn't that a powerful title? It was written by a Gnostic woman. And she asked the question. In her writings, she said, within me is a reflection of all possibilities. She said, I am the rich one, I am the poor one. She said, I am a virgin, and I am a whore. She said, I am the son of your mother and the daughter of your father. And I am all possibilities that you can ever imagine. I represent everything that lives within you. Why do you fear me? Why do you stone me to death at your city gates? What a powerful text. And I can see when the church fathers went down the checklist to say, what books do we keep? What books do we toss? Thunder Perfect Mind, they said it's gone because it was such a powerful book. But these are some examples of the books that were completely edited. They were taken out. These are the books, these are the books that were condensed. They were left in the text, but they were condensed and edited tremendously. Just to give you some example, have you ever read the Bible and felt like it was incomplete? Have you ever read the book of Genesis? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God breathed the breath of life into the nostrils of man, and man became a living being. We were created in one sentence in the Bible. Where's the rest of the information? How were we created? When you go to any other spiritual tradition, there is paragraph after paragraph, column after column, page after page, talking about the creation of your soul and your body and my body and how it happened and who is responsible. But in our Bible, we have one sentence and everything else is gone because it was edited. What was taken out? There's not only book 1, there is book 1 of Adam and Eve, book 2 of Adam and Eve, that tell us the secrets of our origins, of our creation, of our heritage. So this is one of those places we could spend all day on this, and we will not, but I wanted you to see information was lost. When our texts were edited, information was lost from our tradition that was not lost from other traditions. And this is why it makes sense. This is why it makes sense to go to Tibet in the monasteries, to the mountains of Bolivia and Peru, Nepal, India, Italy, the desert Southwest, because there are records in those places that fill in the missing pieces, that complete the information. We found them in the Dead Sea Scrolls. In the Nag Hammadi Library, there are the Gnostic texts, the Coptic texts, the Essene texts. Many of you have studied work that I did 15 years ago on the Essenes.